Good morning. It's lovely to see you on this Wednesday in the third week of the summer holidays. Now, how have you been going? Have you been treating yourself? Have you been a little bit more lackadaisical, not having to set the alarms? Or have you found yourself caught up in another kind of busy? We're really good at filling in the gaps and filling in the spaces and all those pockets of time that we thought we were going to afford ourselves so we could take things a little bit easier and slower. We always manage to find something to do and pack them in. And then we can feel ourselves feeling even more exhausted and more tired. Sound familiar? Can you relate to that? For those of you that don't know me, I'm Teresa. I'm founder of No Parents Are Required, and I champion the mental health and well-being right where you are. Now, today, this is going to be a short one because nobody's got time to listen to me whittling on, but I want to talk to you about mindfulness, compassion, and self-care. We hear them all bounded about. They're everywhere right now. But I want to just sort of break it down very, very quickly so you can understand the differences between them and then realize how you can figure it out and fit it in with your life. Now, mindfulness and compassion are two very separate practices, but actually, when you develop awareness of them and understanding of what they mean, they can really help you get to grips and to fully appreciate and understand your own mental and emotional health. So they can be amazing partners, mindfulness and compassion. And then when you work that out, they can also link to a beautiful way to create this incredible form of self-care. Because even though we hear it all the time, we can still have some confusion about what they might mean, how you're even supposed to do them. Come on, we're all really busy. Or even more so, we just hear it and we don't even acknowledge it anymore. We just let the words wash over us because there's too much to do in a day, right? No matter how much you've got going on, can you really say that you've got time to pay them much heed? But how often do you say, oh, I'm really tired, I'm shattered, I'm just too busy, I haven't got time for this? If you hear yourself saying that all the time, then this is where it can get really simple. Those are the pockets where we can take advantage of that feeling, because actually what you're doing is you are having a bit of a mindful moment, because what you're doing is you are tuning in to how you're feeling in that moment, in that little pocket of time. So that is showing a self-awareness. And we chuck those words out, I'm shattered, I'm tired, I'm busy, without much thought. But actually, if we just took advantage of that, the next time you say it and acknowledge that that is how you're feeling in that moment, why are you feeling in that moment? Just pay it that heed. Why are you feeling like that in that moment? And then self-compassion is, what do I need when I'm feeling like this? So the mindfulness is that feeling, I'm shattered, I'm tired. The self-compassion is where you ask yourself, what do I need right now? And then the self-care is the practice you put in to meet that need. And it could be as simple as, I just need a cup of tea and I just need to sit down for 5 minutes. But it's that tuning in to your body. It's that makes the difference. That's the power. That's where that understanding of your physical, mental, and emotional need is right in that moment, because you are addressing how you are feeling with something very simple to help meet that and to help make you feel better in that moment. Now, I'm not saying it's always going to be as simple as that, but we don't have to overcomplicate things. We are incredibly intelligent creatures. Human beings, we are so fortunate. We've got this amazing brain power, but we also have this incredible ability to overcomplicate things and to make things feel like they need to be more difficult than they really are. But if we can get used to tuning in on the everyday stuff, on the simple stuff, then it means actually when things become a little bit more tense or a little bit more complicated, we've got into the habit of noticing, asking what we need, and putting in a practice to support that. So if we can do that on the simple stuff, on the everyday stuff, And certainly, if we can take more notice of it when things are a little bit easier, when we're not in the throes of term time and work and the pressures, if we can take advantage of those moments now and get used to thinking that way, used to responding that way, and used to supporting ourselves that way, that when we do face difficult things, it's not going to be such a difficult skill for us to learn and put into practice. Excuse me, a bit cheery. So mindfulness is actually acknowledging how you're feeling in that pocket of time, being very self-aware of how you are in that pocket of time. Self-compassion is asking yourself, what do you need right now? And the self-care is bringing it in. It's that little act that you can do to support yourself. And like I said, it can be something as simple as having a cup of tea. It could be sitting down to drink a hot cup of tea. Yeah? It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. But if we can make the most of it while there's a lull in our busyness to some extent, then it's going to be to your advantage later on when you need to be more aware and more able to support yourself when the real busyness hits again, when the school holidays are over and life gets back to normal. If you want to know more, you can always get hold of me, Teresa@nopensirequired.com, or you can pop me a message here. I'm always about to help you. But in that, I'm going to love you and leave you and let you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. And just be mindful, because it's a beautiful partnership with compassion. And then it just tells you what act you need to do to take care of yourself. Speak to you all very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.